Now this is one of the most popular mod menus when it comes to creating films in this game. Pretty much this is a mod menu that gives you access to hundreds and thousands of game altering options and animations. It's one of the best mod menus. It's definitely a must have when creating films, next to scene director. But for those of you who do not know this already, you can create entire environments, scenes, and stages which can really enhance the looks and immerse your audience into the film. Doing this can be very time consuming, however, but it's all part of the process. We all know how this goes. But however, I do have something that can help you, and perhaps you can even draw inspiration from this. Go on to GTA5mods.com, type in menu, and you will find pre-made outfits, characters, locations, and vehicles with pretty damn weird attachments, and I could honestly go on forever. This can save you so much time in the creation process, but even if you don't use these things, you can draw some inspiration from them, and we all know how hard it is creating a diverse and intriguing story, characters, and beautiful sets. So go ahead, take a look at this, and see what you can find through here. No, I'm not being paid to talk about menu, it's just a really useful tool. So now with that being said, lighting is definitely key in every video. This goes with real life videos or even gaming videos. The menu mod menu gives us access to plenty of tools when it comes to lighting. So if you have a hard time finding natural light in your scene, go ahead and go onto the spawning category of the object spawner and menu, click on object spawner, type in the search quote unquote light, and a few lighting options should appear. So be aware though, not all the lights in this menu actually emit real light. So what you gotta do is you gotta search multiple lights, go through each and every light, and see which one actually emits real light. Make sure the time of day is set to nighttime so you can actually see the brightness of each light. But if you do find a light and it actually emits real light, go ahead and hit copy on the entity multiple times to brighten that light. But if you don't actually want the light prop to show up in your scene, I highly recommend that you go to the options of the light or the prop or the entity, and you turn the opacity down all the way to 1. The entire prop will go away, but the light will still remain. And I highly recommend using this option when it comes to lighting, because this is so far one of the best methods I've personally used in all my videos. So definitely give it a try, see if it will enhance the looks of your video. Alright, now for the third tip. This one is a little bit picky, but please, for the love of God, please remember to use the mood options that you have in menu. A lot of people forget to do this, and it's honestly so fucking helpful when it comes to expressing emotion in your characters, because these fucking characters' faces look lifeless as hell. So just please go ahead and use this. It's really easy. All you have to do is go into the player options, find moods, and then just hit happy, angry, default. I don't know what the fuck. Choose any face. It makes it look so much better than that weird creepy default look that they all have on their faces. I don't know why Rockstar did this, but I highly recommend that you use this. It can pull off some pretty badass photos if you want to try to do certain poses with certain characters. But yeah, now that one's definitely one that I'm very nitpicky on. So you don't have to do it, but I highly recommend doing it. Now for my fourth tip, for those of you with low-end spec PCs or even gaming laptops, if you would like to have high quality footage, but your PC is too slow or it's overheating, what you can do is set all your graphics settings to the lowest possible settings in GTA, and when you're done shooting in Rockstar Editing and getting all of your camera angles and everything, and export your footage in the highest quality settings. What that pretty much means is that right before you go and hit export in your Rockstar Editor, go to your settings, go to your graphics settings, and make sure you turn up all your settings up to max. Don't go too fucking crazy or your fucking PC is gonna explode to a million pieces, and I'm not going to be held responsible for that.
Wow, it's just like real life, man. What the?
So do this at your own risk. It's nothing too crazy. It's not like you're gonna fucking die. Keep in mind that this will put a little bit of stress on your computer if you care about that. But that goes with every computer. Every computer goes through stresses. So after you do this, you will see your rendered footage is gonna look so much better than the low graphic settings. For those of you who do have high-end PCs, I don't even recommend exporting. You don't really even have to. All you have to do is go back and do the screen preview and take away your HUD option, and then just screen record. It comes out looking even better. But this is for those of you who have low-end PCs and you want to get high quality graphics in your footage. So I highly recommend using this tip, and hope it works well for you. So here we are with the fifth tip. This one is on your different walking styles and animations. This one's really easy. It's next to the moods, but no one ever utilizes it. I don't know why everyone uses a default walk in the game, but yeah, this is for those of you who really want to pull off the badassery in your fucking films. I don't know what word you can use. Everybody walks differently in real life. Some walk slower, some walk faster, and implementing a different walk and walk styles is so easy to do in your films, but no one ever really does it. Through the player options on menu, you can change the style that your character walks in. It could be slower, faster, aggressive, casual, feminine. You can do anything with this menu. Pretty much, it has it all. Find the walk that best suits your actor. These walks can also affect their running style and their default standing style, and this right here can really help create some really badass looking photos, as you can obviously see. So for the sixth tip, this one is on green screen. This one's a little bit more advanced than the others, but it can really help in some circumstances. This should always be your last resort when it comes to shooting scenes. This scene right here, believe it or not, was all shot on green screen. I don't know if it was quite noticeable when I first premiered this episode of Fallen Demons episode 3. Go ahead and check that out in the link description below. Shameless plug. But yeah, I don't know if it's quite noticeable from some angles, but this can be done. Having a full-on conversation between characters while in a moving car, while doing different animations, is the most fucking difficult thing ever, and I cannot express enough how fucking hard this was to shoot when I wasn't using the green screen. So I found this to be the most effective and smartest way and easiest way of doing this, and that is with the green screen. Download the green screen mod and place your actors next to it. It's pretty much a huge giant box that spawns out in the middle of the ocean with Menyo. Please use this, and using whatever video editor you have, key out the green screen and color grade. The results may vary, everyone's footage is going to look different. Try your best to make it look as realistic as possible. So now for my seventh tip. This one is called location static shots. This can really go for all films in general. Now this is not PC exclusive, this can go for console. It can make the flow of your film so much smoother to the audience, and they have a sense of direction as to what the hell is going on in your film. When the camera cuts to a new character at a new location, please be sure to do an outside shot of the location. It just gives the audience a direction as to where the next scene is going to take place and who might be involved in the next scene. You don't want it to be a confusing mess for your audience to stitch together. But for more tips with filmmaking in general, in terms of cinematography or anything like that, please do a little bit of your own research. Even if this is a tip for real life movies, this can still be applied to Rockstar Editor films. Now for my eighth tip. This is on slow motion. Almost all films today in real life are captured and exported in 24 to 30 frames a second. Personally, I believe that this should be the standard for creating Rockstar Editor videos as well. When it comes time to exporting your Rockstar Editor or your normal video editor, I highly recommend you export your videos between 24, 25, but only up to 30 frames max when it comes to your FPS. This because 60 frames a second looks unrealistic and it looks like a video game. But when it comes to slow motion, you're going to want to export separate scenes like that into 60 frames a second, because this isn't slow motion. You want it to come out smooth, you want it to coming out crisp, smooth, and buttery, and I know you guys want them hella smooth shots in your films, so please go ahead and throw that in there. But other than that, I know that this is just a game. No matter what we film in is going to look quote unquote gamey. I don't know if that's a word. And now for the ninth and the final tip. Beware of using add-on files such as cars or players or add-on peds, add-on vehicles, whatever. Now they can look really nice, but it can cause terrible, and I mean terrible, frustrations down the road of production. In my last series, Fallen Demons, I used an add-on truck, and whenever I went into the Rockstar Editor with the truck in the scene, the whole fucking game crashed, and I had to reshoot the entire scene from start to finish. Another example, I used an add-on female model from The Sims, and I put her in GTA. She was not rigged right when she sat in vehicles, and I also had to reshoot that entire scene too. So just be careful when you use add-on vehicles or peds. Rockstar can update the game at any moment, any given time, and it can honestly fuck up your entire scene, and you have to shoot the entire thing from scratch. Now I'm not saying you have to refrain from using them entirely, I'm just telling you just to please be careful. Try to future-proof yourself. Make sure the characters are rigged right, their lip movement isn't weird, they can sit in cars right, they can do certain animations right. Just make sure they're rigged right. Future-proofing and protecting your ass can definitely save you a lot of frustration in the future when it comes to terms of production. So there you guys go. I hope you guys learned something from this. If you did, please let me know in the comments below, and before you go, please leave a like and hit the subscribe button for me, and turn on post notifications so you can be the first to know when these tips and tutorials drop, or even my new 5M videos. I want to get a series started on that. But if you know a friend who is into filmmaking like yourself on this game, please go ahead and share this knowledge with your friends, and I appreciate that you watched to the end of the video. So all you really have to do to have your Rockstar Editor footage shown in my next video is go down into the comments, put a link, leaving some of your best Rockstar Editor work. I'm not going to show the whole video in my next video, I'm going to show some highlights, so make sure you upload some of your best footage. And to know when that next video is going to be uploaded, hit the subscribe button and then tap the bell icon so you know when the next video is uploaded. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.